Jeremy Clarkson has just opened a pub, and that is where I am heading. So, Jeremy Clarkson has opened a pub. Finally, after 2 years of opening his diddly squat farm, he is now able to sell his products to local people. And today is the opening day. And I'm very early because when he opened the diddly squat farm, there were hours of traffic. So I thought I'd beat that because my battery is completely dead. So if I'm in stop-start traffic, I can't turn the car off, otherwise I need to jump it again. And my jump pack only lasts maybe a few jumps. It's a bit risky. I'm 2 hours early and hopefully they'll let me in. So if you've seen Clarkson's farm, I'm sure you'll have known that he's had many difficulties with creating products and the locals and councils getting angry at him creating a bit of a stir in the local industry. He's tried various products and even tried to open a restaurant on site in his farm to sell his beef and some of his Hawkston beer and cider. And the council said, no, you can't have that. So he's been forced to buy a pub to sell the produce that he makes on the farm. The pub is selling almost 100% British produce. There's no Coca-Cola, nothing like that. It's all British source ingredients and products other than the tonic water in gin and tonic because we can't grow those ingredients. So on the 4th of June, he bought the Windmill, which is the pub that's about 11 miles as you drive south of the Diddly Squat Farm shop. So I think the council is slightly different. They're like Central Oxfordshire instead of West Oxfordshire, and they've actually been very supportive. They've helped him close down a local and very famous dogging site, which is a shame, but should help with the success of the pub, which he has renamed the Farmer's Dog. There is a garden tent as well that will be selling some stock, so I hope to look around it and maybe cause a scene in the Viper. So I was worried there'd be traffic all the way up to the roundabout because we're literally just approaching it. There's a closed road, which I presume has something to do with it. There's some people walking already. Or what the security going to say? Good morning, hello. I realise I'm a little bit early.
Yeah.
Am I okay to park up and just kind of wait with the car?
Yeah.
For the pub, yeah. Do I just go as far as...
All the way down.
Lovely, thank you very much. Thank you. So here we are. This is all part of, I think it's like 5 acres or something. This is all part of the land for the pub. They love a Viper. Oh wow, there's a queue of people already at the pub. Right. 2 hours to wait.
So this is the Times newspaper. Hopefully they'll remark upon the Viper being parked here, but as of yet they couldn't give a But fortunately for you, however, I can give you 20% off this video sponsor, which is YFood. I knew I'd be waiting 2 hours, so I can have my breakfast now, and then when the pub opens we can see what is going on in the pub. So this is breakfast, lunch or dinner. It's got all the vitamins and minerals that you need for a full meal, and as part of the Saver Pack, coffee, berry, chocolate and banana, that gets 12% off buying them separately, and then with my code in the video description until September the 1st, you've only got till then, you get an extra 20% off. After September the 1st, it becomes 10% off my usual discount for you to try out YFood for yourself. For the 20% discount, orders have to be over £45, otherwise you go down to the regular 10%, and I'd recommend the cold brew coffee flavour myself, one of my favourites, 34 grams of protein, it's got no added sugar, it's lactose free, it's gluten free too. They've got Dunkerton's side here. I like Dunkerton's. So click the link in the video description to get your 20% discount and use my discount code of Adam-YouTube. So looking around, you've got huge views of the Oxfordshire countryside. There's a tent over there that may be familiar to some of you from episodes of the Grand Tour, and only a small queue so far, but I envisioned it to go all around the car park. The car park's quite vast. Luckily, I'm in a reasonable space. And you'll notice they use a lot of the font that Hawkston use, so I'm presuming there's going to be a big Hawkston presence at this pub. I mean, it's a drinkery, that's the point. Whilst the press get pictures of the first in queue, I suppose it'd make sense for me to join the queue too. I claimed my position about 30th in the queue and only had to wait half an hour for Mr. Clarkson himself to arrive. Oh, of course he arrives in a Jag. Everyone's flocking to see him. We'll see him in a bit. Look, selfies are happening. That's backstage down there. Got people from the Daily Mail interviewing everyone whilst we're waiting. People have come from all over the country, and some have only come from a mile away, so that's not fair. And I've noticed a few traffic cones going out on the road as well, so they're definitely predicting traffic. I'm just lucky I got here before all the traffic happened. I mean, when you're here 2 hours early, that should be a good situation. Charlie's looking cheerful as ever.
He's walking too fast.
People are stirring, someone else is coming. I can't see there's an Amarok in the way. Oh, it's Caleb, everyone was looking at. Oh!
You've got to change that top though.
A Mark IV MX-5 with some newlyweds parking up. It's got the front space. On the front it says, "My wife crashed my car, please sign it." Ooh, I've stepped in poo. Oh no. What's happened? Oh, Gerard's here. That's why people are running. He's probably behind all the selfies. Gerard's created more of a stir than all of the others combined. It's probably because he's staying put. He hasn't moved at all. Here he comes. He's got his own security making sure he doesn't get too swamped. So we've got our queue here. We've all been waiting for 2-3 hours, and then we've got the rest. The queue goes all the way back down there, and everyone just wants a glimpse. It sounds like traffic might be doing some bits. So we need to make sure that no one joins the queue. We've been waiting. The paparazzi are all over Clarkson. Because I've been waiting for so long, I'm just going to go inside and see what I can see, grab myself a pint, then we'll do a recce of the tent. In the meantime, we've got selfie hunters, the media, doing interviews.
Sorry, no selfies today, we're going to be too busy. Chat away, but I can't, basically I hate doing selfies.
It is a shame though, when we've been queuing for about 2-3 hours and people just push into the queue rather than go to the back, but maybe they're not British, because the very British thing to do, to know how to queue.
Hello, hello. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your Hawkston of choice?
Cider.
Cider?
Yeah.
Same with me.
Drinking here, sir.
Perfect.
Dining that way.
Lovely, thank you. Hawkston cider, that's the one.
So I followed Lisa's advice and went for the Hawkston cider at £6.25 a pint.
So this is it, we've got Charlie and Caleb talking to fans. There's a tractor hanging from the ceiling. There's a grand piano. Oh, sorry. You've got cameraman upstairs, people are walking upstairs, you've got the eating area around here.
I was going to just stay for a pint, but it'd be rude not to try out the food as well in the dining area.
Clarkson has penetrated, he is explaining he can't do selfies today, although he wants to.
Well done, thank you. We've got it open. The tractor up in the roof.
Jeremy, what do you think of Dodge Vipers?
Oh, they're very good.
Thank you. That's all I needed. I definitely just embarrassed myself there, but it was all worth it.
So after my briefest of discussions, I was assigned a table outside on the terrace.
They've given me a lovely table with a nice view. They've asked me maybe not to vlog, so it looks good for the cameras, so I'm on my phone. And I've ordered the chicken pate. It's lunch, so it will do. Caleb's walking away from the massive crowd swamping him. The paparazzi aren't allowed inside, and I'm kind of closer, and they've asked one of the workers here to take a picture of the menu for them on their camera. Every member of staff on the programme gets stopped for selfies wherever they go, and they're doing very well at doing it. Clarkson obviously said no selfies because he just can't. There's 3,000 plus people. And here we are, we've got the liver, the butter and the toast. It's £8.
It was a lovely meal, to be fair. Hawkston cider is amongst my favourite of ciders. I had the meringue at the end. The strawberry meringue is amazing. The toilets, by the way, they were British Racing Green, quite small, and the hand dryer was old. The queue ends here at the moment, but when I was eating, it was going all the way past the Grand Tour tent. This is where all the merchandise will be sold. So I've decanted my cider into a plastic cup so I can walk around and show you inside the tent. I'd always wanted to go watch an episode of the Grand Tour and get inside the tent. Unfortunately, never managed to. I watched Top Gear twice in the audience, but both post Clarkson, if you know what I mean. But here we are. This is the actual tent. It's being used for a great purpose. I've already got a diddly squat apron. I might buy some more Hawkston bottles and see what else there is.
Right. A pint glass with a handle is coming home with me. That is mine. This is more of a Hawkston shop. It's just alcohol related purchases here.
The helpful staff in the shop helped me put the bottles of cider that I bought into the car because I had my hands full with my beverage and my bottle opener that I bought, and then the pint glass as well with a handle. The queue doesn't seem too bad to get in.
Oh wow, there's a cow juice. So you can buy yourself a cow juice dispenser, put it in there. They've got these at the Diddley Squat Farm, and then you can get cow juice all sourced from local cows. I thought I'd have a look down in the car park and see what cars there are, because this is a car channel. There's Susie Peck in a Mercedes. I thought there'd be traffic all over, but honestly, I've been looking on Google and there's nothing. It's been alright, and there's still spaces, so actually, it's fairly manageable. That's probably why they did it on a Friday, because today is the Friday before a bank holiday weekend. On the weekend, that's when it's going to get very, very busy. Mark V Supra is just leaving, or parking up in a better space perhaps. He's going to park the Supra next to the Viper so we can get a shot of the two with each other. And then we have an overflow field here. I think there's maybe another farmer's field they're using, unless this is it. You've got an E46 equipped with a spoiler, and then the Renault Megane RS. And right in the corner, a little Mark 1 MX-5. Almost looks like this could be a worker's car. There's a dog barking in this car, even though dogs are allowed in here. Oh, do they not let you in? Oh, they've done a pretty good job there. But to round this day up, I'm going to head up to Silverstone. It's about an hour away, but apparently there's a Diddley Squat pop-up shop that's going to be at Silverstone, so I'm going to find that. I need to jump start the Viper to get it working, and there's still a crowd nearby. It's going to be a little bit embarrassing. Everyone's anticipating a glamorous start-up, and that is what it will not be. Is that all good? Yep, we're still on green. It won't be a cold start either, because it hasn't got the battery to do that, so it's just going to be really dissatisfactory. Oh, that was normal. Gathered quite the crowd now. Good to give people some like car content when they come here, because obviously Clarkson, I can't put my camera anywhere, Clarkson was a car guy. That's how all of us got into cars. Supra's going as well. I accidentally set an alarm off by just idling. Yeah, as I was saying, Jeremy Clarkson is the guy that got most of us into cars, so I thought I'd bring a cool car for people to see. And yes, I am surprised there's not as many interesting cars. We've got the Mark V Supra behind, and the newlyweds in the MX-5 are behind that as well. And that's about it. So we're going to head over to the Silverstone Festival to see what present Diddley Squat has there, and then round up the day after seeing what other cars are there. I can't believe that after a lifetime of growing up with Jeremy Clarkson, having all of his DVDs, all of his VHSs, all of his books, that the first thing I ever said to him was, Jeremy, what do you think of the Dodge Viper? What? I should have thanked him for his service, for the part he had to play of my childhood, but I asked him what he thought of the Viper. He said, very nice. Here we are at the Silverstone Festival to round off the day. I think the endurance races are on at the moment on the circuit. We've also got some rally stage just going on the old part of the track. Classic cars, I want to find the Diddley Squat pop-up shop and see who's the, well, no one's going to be there, but what stock they've got and see the difference. Here's a, yes, these are the cars I like, and then the TVRs. I like TVRs. Whoa. I love them. Oh, the Viper! Yes, I have to have a look at that in the pits. Finish, and I can hopefully see them in the paddock. Mosler, there's a Mosler too. But if there's a Diddley Squat stall anywhere, it will be here in the trade stands. And I'm not saying there definitely is, because I can't see them doing both things, but that's what I'm here for. And to look at the endurance races, we'll get to them. I'm sure Diddley Squat was around here previous years, but I don't think they're here at all. You've got Mike Brewer on stage at the moment, talking away about cars and stuff. I might ask this chap if he's got any tyres for a Dodge Viper. You got hay bales, this is the foodie area. I'm not seeing any Diddley Squat. You could say I am seeing Diddley Squat. Ah, no, they're here. It's not as large as it was previous years, but here is the Diddley Squat farm shop. You see, we've tied it all in. They've got the little shack with the Diddley Squat merchandise rather than Hawkston. There's even Clarkson's Farm top trumps. What have you got? Owl boxes, Jeremy's new toy. They've even got some Diddley Squat aftershave there. I had a whiff of it, and genuinely, that's what the pub smells like. I think all the staff are wearing the Diddley Squat aftershave. It's only a small shop this year. Last year they had a tractor outside, they had Hawkston in store, but now they've just got the jams, the honey or bee juice, the cow juice jugs, and a majestic. How Oh, my bad. No, Hawkston are here. They've got all the beers and ciders on tap as well.
And inside the tasting tent, they've got spirits and champagnes, it seems.
So the Dilly Squat Farm Shop have brought along.
I tried the Prosecco. It's not champagne because it's British made. It's called Le Pop, and it was beautiful. I'd recommend the champagne. No, Le Pop. Le Pop. It's a bit of a walk to get to the other paddock. Luckily, there's Lola's.
At the other paddock with some more of the endurance races, and Lola's we've just seen on track are going a little bit more modern. This Marcos was one of my favourites from the endurance series. And yes, they are Ford Mondeo rear lights. I'm on the wrong side. The Viper. Here we go, another good round off to the day. The only other Dodge Viper I've seen today, and it's the proper SRT race car. So this is a GT2 series car. I've been having a look at the wheels, and unfortunately the tyres won't fit mine because these are 18s but mine are the baby 17s, although these are only 310 and mine are 335 on the rear. And following the 289 Cobra out of the paddock, I've spotted a Mosler, the MT900. I'm sure you've gathered what types of cars I love because I'm showing you them all today. I remember this little Nissan. This competed at Le Mans in 2014. You're saying here there's a special grid slot reserved for experimental petrol electric sports cars. It's the only car to have ever completed a full lap of Le Mans totally on electric power. And what's most funny about it, you've got the running lights at the front, the headlights are in front of the rear arches. Oh, they really are treating me here. A Bizzarini, one of my favourite sports cars and race cars of all time.
I think I like European designed cars with American V8s and V10s. I think that's what I like. I've just sussed it out.
With that in mind, this Cobra has led me to a new section, which is a bit of a supercar lineup, starting off with this pre-production Wells. So it looks like it's mid-engine, it's got Italian inspiration, it's the colour from the Alfa Romeo 8C Competizione. Further down in the supercar section, we've got the Jaguar CX-75.
And a car that I really love seeing. There's a Koenigsegg here. I mean, you love a Koenigsegg.
CCX with its Boo number plate. We've seen this many times before, but a car I've only seen it once before by the RS200 and the Nissan GTR is the TR Speed 12, a homage to the legendary TVR Speed 12, except this car has an Aston Martin turbocharged V12 with over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. You've got like modern day carbon fibre. It's meant to be a Speed 12 for the modern day. They must have used parts from Cerberus and maybe surplus TVR Speed 12s because the car was meant to race in the GT1 class and they never did. So TVR actually broke up a lot of their cars to use on other cars and mix parts around. So there's only maybe 3 left in the world potentially. So this is as close as you're going to get this weekend. And I've just realised that starts a lineup of obscurities. We've got the Nicole's N1A. This is like a road-going Can-Am car. And if I quickly pan, you'll think, oh, there's a Rolls Royce, but no, there's a lot of more curvaceousness to it. This is the Eden Green Integrity. It's obviously based on a Rolls Royce, maybe a Wraith or a Ghost, but they've given it some 60s and 50s curves to it. A completely different rear end, and yeah, you guessed it, that's one of theirs as well. This one's the Ziklat. Let's see if I can work out what it is. Looking inside, especially that passenger grab handle, that is the interior and the windscreen of a C7 Corvette. So they've taken a Corvette and given it curvaceous styling and a Rolls Royce and done the same.
Well, I was just heading back to the car and I found a whole new section I've never seen here before.
You got the hot rods and street rods section, like the Studebaker.
Yeah, folks.
Yeah, I agree. We've got a JCB with a V8.
Speed Ghost funny car for you.
There you go,
And
V8
special
in
treat.
the digger, and I think they're about to start up a funny car. After my fun-packed day in the Viper from Clarkson's pub to the Diddly Squat pop-up shop at Silverstone Festival, that was pretty much that. So I'm going to have to pop the old bonnet up again and jump start the car. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, but for now, thanks for watching.